Yo, welcome to PTA Sports. I am your host, Pest the Analyst, and Giants football is back. You excited? No? Me either. Just being honest. I said in the Pest perspective, man, that, not having Giants football for a little bit, it was like a vacation from work, and here we are, back to work. So let's do this. I want to start off by talking about our head coach. I'm going to be completely honest. When I look at Pat Shurmur, right, he comes off as a guy who is probably a better coordinator than he is a head coach. I mean, like, when you look at what he accomplished when he was with the Vikings, right? He made that team look really relevant, right? And maybe it was because, he had a cast of fairly, decent players. I mean, like that, the offensive line at the time wasn't great. You've got a quarterback that's average to above average. You've got like a lot of threats, at your skill positions. And I mean, he made it work, he made it work. And, when we hired him, right, I thought that, like, it was going to be good for us. I thought it was going to be good for us because we're going to have a guy who's going to come in here, offensive minded, utilize what we have and just make our offense look better, even though we didn't necessarily have, the best player at every position. But I mean, once again, he made that Vikings team look really good, all right? And they didn't have the best players at every position. But I mean, like, since he's come here, right, he kind of looks lost in the sauce. I mean, he kind of looks lost sometimes. His decision making is questionable. His game management is questionable. And he is not always fully utilizing the weapons that we have. Now, to be fair, right, this season we've had a ton of injuries all across the offense, right? 1 week, Evan Ingram's can't play. 1 week, Sterling Shepard can't play. 1 week, Saquon Barkley can't play. Golden Tate started off suspended. And I mean, like, it's been rough. It's been a rough go, for our offense. So, like, I'm not going to, like, use that as an excuse or anything like that, right? I'm not going to sit here and say, like, oh, if we had all of our weapons. I'm not going to say that. But what I am going to say is that, like, when we do have the weapons that we do have, sometimes it feels like we're not utilizing them properly. We've got a quarterback, right, who is at least mobile. Now, he's got a fumbling problem, right, but he's at least mobile. And we don't have him rolling around in the pocket. We don't have him, doing play action rollouts. We don't have him doing design scrambles where the pocket moves with him. Like, we don't have him doing any of those things. We have him dropping back in the pocket, scan, throw. And I'm not saying that, Daniel Jones needs to be running around every play. But, you can mix that in a little bit. And he just hasn't been doing it, And it's crazy, right? Because when I think back to this team last year, he had Eli Manning doing quite a bit of rolling out, right? And it was really confusing me because I was like, man, that's not what Eli's good at. Like, he's not fast. He's not agile. He's not elusive. He's a damn statue. So why do you have him rolling out so much? And then, like, Daniel Jones, he's not having him do a lot of rolling out. I don't know, man. I don't understand what's going on with that. And then, like, when we do have Saquon, right, he's trying to force Saquon up the gut as opposed to, allowing Saquon to, maybe get to the edge, make a guy miss, break off for a big run, and so these are things that really make me question. As I said in the Pest perspective, like, do we have the right guys here? Do we have the right people to coach this team, and make them better? And I don't know, man. I really don't know. I see a lot of people talking about, like, potential coaches in the future and whatnot. I'm not going to really speculate on on which coaches should come here or who I would want to come here, because as it stands right now, Pat Shurmur is our head coach. And the Giants front office had every opportunity to tell Pat to dip over the course of this bye week. They didn't, right? So that lets me know he's going to be here. He's going to be here at least until the end of the season. So I'm not going to talk about who we could potentially have right now in a head coach until we're looking for a new head coach. So there's that. I saw just a little blurb that Saquon talked about how, he feels like he wants to go back to having fun, and he wants to just kind of be him and do the things that, that he enjoys doing. And I saw, like, when I read the story, right, I saw a comment on this story, and someone was speculating, like, oh man, does this mean that the coaches are holding Saquon back? And you know what? I mean, like I said, I don't understand why we're trying to pound Saquon up the middle all the time. And I'm not going to sit here and say that the coaches is holding Saquon back, right? The injury is what's been holding Saquon back. Supposedly he's 100%. Supposedly the doctors are telling him that he's 100% and he's good to be him. So, I think that up until now, right, the injury was kind of holding him back. And maybe some play calling was holding him back. But I also think that maybe he's overthinking. He's just overthinking it, because things aren't going well. And he's kind of in his own head right now, like, I got to make a play. I got to make a play. I got to make a play. And then he doesn't, He doesn't do well in pass protection. And then he's like, damn, I messed up again. I got to make a play. What am I doing? So, I mean, like, I'm cool with Saquon saying, hey, I need to settle down and just kind of let the game come to me and just kind of do, what comes to me instinctively. Like, I'm cool with that, right? I can't 100% say that Saquon's being held back, by the head coach or by the offensive coordinator. I do hope that he gets out of his own head, because I think that's what the problem is with Saquon. And we're going to see, all right? We're going to see what happens this week. We're going to see what happens on Sunday. He's going up against a really good defense, right? And we're going to have to just kind of see what he's able to do. Hopefully he can go out there, he can have a good game, put up some good yards. Hopefully we can utilize him more in the passing game. I also read something that, like, they're trying to figure out more ways to incorporate him in the passing game. Maybe even have him line up as a receiver. I mean, listen, at this point, what do we have to lose, right? Get him out there. Get the ball in his hands. He's one of our best players, man. Put the ball in his hand and let him do what he does. So we're going to see about that. Speaking of offensive weapons, Sterling Shepard. So I'm going to talk about this a little bit more when we kind of go through the injury report. But Sterling Shepard, man, he's been cleared. He's cleared hot. He's ready to go. And when he first went down with his second concussion, I saw a lot of people talk about how maybe he should just be put on IR and we just call it a season for him. And I'm not gonna lie, man, I kind of thought about that myself. Like, man, should we even like have him go back out there and risk it? Have him go out there and risk getting hurt again? I'm on the fence right now. I'm on the fence about whether or not Sterling Shepard should be out there playing. At the end of the day, right? He's a football player. I know how that feels, man. I've been injured, as a player, and man, I tell you what, man, there's nothing worse than standing on the sideline watching the game pass you by. Like, it sucks. So I know that he's chomping at the bit to get out there and do a little something. So like, I can understand why he would be like really keen on getting back out there. I just hope that we're careful with him. I hope that we make smart decisions and we keep a watchful eye on him throughout the course of the game and the rest of the season, depending upon how much he plays, just because, like, you got to realize Sterling Shepard is part of our future, right? We signed him to this big extension that's going to keep him here for a few more years, and we want to get maximum value. from him because we know that he's capable of giving us maximum value. But hey, you can't make the team in the tub, you know what I'm saying? So like, I just hope that we're careful with him. The last thing that I want to talk about that I saw over the course of this week is DeAndre Baker. Oh boy. All right, so DeAndre Baker. Apparently, the team has called out DeAndre Baker, okay? It doesn't seem like, he's being like a problem in the locker room or he's being a bad teammate, right? It's just what's translating out in the field. And, some players in secret, or unnamed have said, some things about DeAndre Baker's effort or lack thereof on the field. I saw that Michael Thomas had kind of spoke about it. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, like, listen, DeAndre Baker's in a rough position. He went from being a highly touted corner in college, right? Didn't give up a touchdown in like 2 years, locked down, killing the game in college, big man on campus. Everybody knows who he is. Everybody's, giving him props, showing him love. And then he comes to the pros, right? And it's not so easy anymore. You know what I mean? Like, wide receivers are just abusing him over and over and over again. And I'm pretty sure, like, right now, he's kind of at, or he was at least, because according to him, like, he's better and he's ready to go and whatever. But prior to this come to Jesus moment, if you will, he was probably in WTF mode. Like, man, what's going on, man? I'm good. I know I'm good. I was killing it, man. Why can't I do anything out here? And he's another player that's in his own head. And listen, let me put my coach hat on for a second with DeAndre Baker. I'll tell you what, if I was the coach on that team, DeAndre Baker's ass would have been on the bench a couple of weeks ago. I'm just being for real. Like, he would have been on the bench. If I would have seen that he's out there giving a half-ass effort, he'd be riding the pine. And I would tell him that, And it sucks, right, from the standpoint of a coach, because when you do stuff like that to prove a point, right, you're the asshole. You're the asshole in the media. You're the asshole with the fans. The player that you sat on the bench, he thinks you're an asshole. Like, it's just, it's a rough situation, right? But if I'm the coach, you go sit on the bench. Go over there, sit on the bench, and when you're ready to come out here and play football, for real, and earn your paycheck that we pay you every game, which is a lot of money, then maybe we'll think about putting you back in. You're not going to go right back in. We're going to think about putting you back in. So here's the deal. Because, listen, DeAndre Baker's never going to hear my voice, right? He's not going to listen to this video, right? I don't think I'm ever going to be big enough to where, New York Giants players are listening to Pest the Analyst talk about the team and tell them that they're good or they're bad. But yo, that's what it is, man. You need to pull your head out your ass, get on that field, and play better because you're capable of it, right? You're talented, right? You've got good athleticism. You've got decent speed. You're good in press, right? So like, hopefully, something clicks and you go out there and you play better. And listen, I don't expect, and anybody that expects this is dumb, I'm just going to say this, I don't expect for you to come out and play like a Pro Bowl caliber, all-pro cornerback because you're still a rookie and you're still learning and you're still cutting your teeth, okay? But what I do expect is effort. What I do expect is for you to go out there every single game for the rest of the season and leave it all on the field. Leave no doubt that you went out there and you gave it your all. Because if you don't, you're not going to last very long in this league, brother. I mean, that's just what it is. You're not going to last very long in the league. So there's that. All right. Let's talk about this upcoming game. I got a coworker, right, who's a real big Chicago Bears fan. I mean, like, beginning of the season, he was saying, this is our year. We're going to take the division. We could be contending for the Super Bowl. He talked a lot got us back before this season started, right? And every week he progressively gets lower and lower as a Bears fan. I'll be honest with you, it's kind of funny to watch. But we've been talking pretty much this entire week, about this game and about what we think about this game, and I tell you what, man, I had already told him, like, yo, this is the game that the Bears bounce back from. Like, this is the game right here. This is the game that turns your season around for the better. Doesn't mean that you're going to make the playoffs, but this could be like that statement point. Kind of like it was a statement point for the Vikings, because the Vikings sucked mad ass, and then they played the Giants, and they built their confidence meter all the way up. So, like, that's what this game could be. All right, let's talk about the injuries real quick. So if you take a look at the injury report, which I have in front of me right now, we've got two players that are 100% out, and it really sucks because they're both tight ends. We got Rhett Ellison, we got Evan Ingram. Rhett Ellison did not get through concussion protocol. Evan Ingram's foot's still jacked up. Neither one of them have practiced all week. They are out for the game. So that really sucks. I saw that we signed Scott Simonson. I'll tell you what, man. I've always liked what I saw from Scott Simonson. It sucked that he had got injured last season, and hopefully he's able to ball out a little bit. Nobody's got no film on him not for real. Nobody's prepping for him, right? They're not prepping for Scott Simonson. They're not trying to game plan against him. So maybe he could be a bit of an X factor for us. I don't know. We'll see. Aside from that, as we said, Sterling Shepard, he's playing. Nate Solder has got a concussion. He got out of protocol. Practice full for most of the week. He's playing. Doesn't matter. He stinks. Nate Solder stinks. You can have him out there. You cannot have him out there. I think the result's going to be the same, so he's not a game changer. Looks like Jalapio is going to play this game, which is good. I really like John Jalapio. He's not the best center in the world, but he plays well, and I'm happy about that. Jay Jinks, he's out of concussion protocol. He's going to play, so that's good. We're going to need his leadership out there. And we got Mike Remmers, right? He still dealing with a back. He's been dealing with his back his entire season. It's probably very related to what he had surgery on. But from the looks of it, he practiced all week. He's going to play. Cool. Kind of doesn't matter. Mike Remmers isn't that good either. Yo, our tackles and our tackle play is not good, and we're going against some quarterback sack hungry mofos. It's not going to be pretty. On the Bears side, Adam Shaheen and Danny Trevathan, they are both out. I don't know how much that's going to change, right? I don't know. Mitch Trubisky looks like he's going to probably play. He had I'm doing air quotes, a hip injury in the last game. And he got pulled from the last game, and they said that he was hurt. I don't know if that's true. He might not have been hurt. They might have just pulled his ass out because he was sucking up the joint. Listen, we're gonna see. Man. Oh my goodness. Yo, I don't like the way this game feels right now. I don't like this entire situation, man. How are we going to stop Khalil Mack? Our tackle play is trash. How are we going to stop Khalil Mack? Daniel Jones likes to stand in the pocket too damn long. Somebody comes up from the blind side, slaps the ball out of his hand, picks it up, scores a touchdown. How are you going to prevent that from happening like 3 or 4 times in this game? Like how? Because I don't know. It just, I don't know. How are we gonna stop this? How are we gonna stop this defensive front of the Bears, man? Because we can't really run the ball. Their secondary, right? Their secondary is vulnerable, but we have to give Daniel Jones time to make good reads and make good throws. And I'm not really worried about the throws that he makes. The kid makes good throws. He just holds on to the ball too damn long. And we can't do that. Like, we can't. And then on the other side of the ball, right? If Matt Nagy, like, has an epiphany and realizes that he has a running back that is virtually untackleable in David Montgomery, how the hell are we going to stop him? I mean, how are we going to stop him? Like, we ain't got to worry about Mitch Trubisky, right? We ain't got to worry about him carving our defense up. I mean, I don't think I say that now, and then on Sunday he carves our defense up, and I look like a dumbass. But I mean, like, what's the likelihood of him carving our defense up? I don't know. We didn't think Kirk Cousins was going to carve our defense up, and he went out there and he carved our defense up. So, I mean, who knows, man? Who knows? I mean, listen, man, I'm probably sound real pessimistic about this team. I'm not trying to be pessimistic, man. I'm trying to be as realistic as I possibly can, right? I'm trying to be as honest as I possibly can, right? It doesn't look good on paper. It just does not look good on paper. We're going to need some players to ball out, all right? We just are. We're going to need our wide receiver core to step up. We're going to need our offensive line to give Daniel Jones enough time to make good reads. We're going to need Daniel Jones to not hold on to the ball too long and fumble. I'm excited to see Darius Slayton because I believe Darius Slayton is a beast. I'm excited to see him. I want to see what he can do. All right. Supposedly on defense, there's going to be some different players out on the field. Man, I hope so. Let's see what Love's got to offer. Let's see Valentine. Let's see Beal. All right. Like, let's see what some of these other guys have to offer. Let's see more of O'Shane Ximines. Let's get him out there. All right. Let's utilize Lorenzo Carter to rush the passer because he's athletic and he's fast. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't see the Giants winning this game. I just don't. All right. And I don't want to seem like every week I come out here and I say that I don't see the Giants winning, because I do see the Giants, in positions to win games. I do. But not this one. All right. This game is going to be at least 10 points. It's going to be at least a 10-point difference. Maybe 2 touchdowns. All right. Going to probably be 2 touchdown difference. Giants will probably lose by 14. 10 to 14 points, man. That's what I'm getting. And I don't know what the line is. Y'all know I don't give a shit about the line. I don't know what the line is on this game. I don't know what the spread is. I don't know. I don't know. But I can definitely see the Giants losing this game by 10 points. I can see them getting behind early, like they always do, and then trying to come back. And in the fourth quarter, it looks like there's a chance, but there's no chance. That's just what it is, y'all. So that's what I think is going to happen. It's all good. I get to watch it in my house. I don't got to go to a sports bar. So I'm going to sit. I'm going to pop the top on a beer, and I'm going to watch the Giants play football. Because I don't care about wins. I just want to see my players play well. And I hope that's the mentality of a lot of y'all. Let's just look at our team and hope for the future. So with all that being said, man, I appreciate y'all coming and listening to me talk. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit me up in the comments section. Notice I didn't say comics. And I'll get up with y'all later. Deuces.